People really misunderstand Gary Vaynerchuk. And this is coming from somebody that many, many years ago was not a big Gary Vee fan because I realized that I just was not very self-aware. Now, people talk about Gary Vee saying, oh, Gary, give me that tactic, give me this tactic. It's unbelievable everything that Gary has called. He called Netflix, he called Twitter, he called Facebook organic reach dying, he called Instagram, he called Twitch, he called Vine, he called TikTok, he called LinkedIn, he called Snapchat. He's called video. He's called what happens with content creation. He's called what will happen with podcasts going mainstream with with Spotify. People like Joe Rogan. He called it every single time, and it is undeniable. Yet every single time people ask Gary questions, they ask the wrong question. They say, "Hey Gary, how can I get more exposure? Hey Gary, how can I increase my income? Hey Gary, how can I get this?" They ask him for the tactical stuff, which he masterfully delivers. He gives you the tactical stuff for one big reason. He's a practitioner. He totally gets it. He's there doing it. He's working the DMs. He's responding to it. He's shooting the live video. He knows it. But where I really figured out the goodness behind Gary Vee, where I really figured out I get so much joy and appreciation for what he brings to the table, is that all his comments, all his stories, if you actually listen, are underpinned with two big things. Number one, there's a pillar of human psychology. He tells you why people do what they do. Why? Like, you're lazy. You're more concerned about the other people's opinion. You don't want to upset this person. This fear is holding you back. He has a really deep understanding of human psychology, and he has no fear of expressing that to you, even if you don't want to hear it. That's what got me. But second, masterfully, Gary has this understanding of business models. He literally knows the business models of how companies and businesses intricately work behind the scene. And so he's able to tell you why someone that's starting a podcast will be picked up by a Spotify. He's able to tell you why a Charlie D'Amelio will get picked up and grow on TikTok if she did what she did. Not tactically, but from a business model perspective to get that business-based growth. Understanding human psychology and understanding business models is what makes Gary unique. The next time you hear him with the tactical secret, take it. That's cool because he's made every call. But when you listen to a longer form interview, when you listen to something that he's sharing, look a little deeper, hear a little sharper, because he's asking for two things. He's describing two things. One, what is the cool, raw human psychology behind it? And number two, how is he describing the business model? Look at the integration of those two, and then you'll realize that the tactic is just an implementation of those two things. I was not a big Gary Vee fan, but I am now because I realize that the human psychology and the business model, when they integrate, the tactics become very apparent to the operator, to the practitioner. That is the Gary Vee secret.